Hi, I'm David Davis from ActualTech Media. We're here at VMworld 2018. I'm excited to be joined by Mr. Andrew Cole. He's the Director of Partner Enablement at Flexential.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on, Andrew. Yeah. So, we've been talking a little bit about Flexential. I know that you all are a massive data center provider, a cloud service provider. You have 41 data centers across the United States. Now we're going to move a little bit more into the, channel side and exactly what you do and your customers. So, first tell me exactly what you do at Flexential. What's your kind of daytime role and how do you make a difference?
Yeah, so my daytime role is to work alongside our channel team. Okay. We have regional partner managers as well as national partner managers out in the field, right? And they're working with partners across the country. So my team is, for lack of a better way of explaining it, we're the technical resource for the channel sales team. Okay. We go and meet with partners and do a lot of education, more around how to find the right opportunity. When you're in a meeting, as you can imagine, there are several types of partners out there. There's VAR partners, there's telecom partners, there's MSP partners. When they're out talking to their customers are telling them things that traditionally don't fit inside of their bailiwick.
Right.
So when you're talking to an MSP and their customer that they've been working with for 10 years is saying, you know what, we're gonna lift and shift, we're going to the cloud, or we're going to or we're taking things out of our corporate data center into a data center, that's potential revenue loss for them. So our job is to go out and train the MSP on how to listen for colocation questions or cloud questions, but then also be able to come back in and say, listen, I know traditionally we've been your managed services provider, but we have a partnership with Flexential. They have the data centers that you're looking for or the cloud that you're looking for, and that's an additional revenue stream for them as well. So they aren't no longer leaving money on the table, or potentially, what's worse, opening them up to risk to going to another provider that is also an MSP that eventually would erode that revenue away from them. So our job is evangelism. Our job is education, taking a lead and turning that into not just an opportunity, but a qualified opportunity. What do you listen for when you're talking to your customers, and how do you know if that's the right fit for Flexential?
Yeah, and you want those customers to really be educated about what you all are doing and what you offer to make sure that the solution that they choose is right for their need.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
So I was an IT manager once, and I remember we were looking for a colocation service for disaster recovery. Yep. And one of the things that was a challenge was trying to educate ourselves on the difference between all these different offerings. With I think the kind of the perception in the news that everybody's moving to AWS or Azure, what makes Flexential different or unique? Why are companies choosing Flexential?
Well, certainly there's no argument that companies, old and new, are looking at, we'll just say cloud. Amazon, Azure, even Google, those are the ones that people typically, when they say cloud, that's their understanding. Not all clouds are created equal, because not all applications are created equal. Every business has different levels of importance that they put on their applications. For some businesses, email is a business critical application. For others, it's a mission critical application. So the reason that people choose Flexential, we mentioned earlier, we have 41 data centers, 3 million square feet of raised floor capacity. Some of these data centers are spectacular when you walk into them. At the end of the day, they're big. We're an HVAC company, right? We sell 100% uptime and availability, right? I tell people all the time, I sell two things. I sell uptime and availability. I do that through colocation, through cloud, disaster recovery. So the reason that customers or companies are looking at Flexential isn't because they don't want to go to Amazon or Azure, it's because they don't understand what that means. At the heart of Flexential, we are a high-touch, consultative cloud colocation managed services company. Companies come to us because they know they need to make some changes. We call it IT transformation and other marketing buzzwords that are out there. Every company is on it's a continual transformation. It's not something that you start and stop. Right. It's continual. Yeah. And we have, we're here at VMworld, but we're talking about colocation. Yeah. colocation still remains a critical foundation of all of the things that we're here to talk about. People always ask me, it's like, well, I want to move to the cloud. I'm like, well, where do you think the cloud infrastructure that Amazon runs?
Yeah.
It runs in colocation facilities. So companies that have legacy applications, that are building new applications, they leverage us because we will consult with them, we will help them develop the roadmap to get to where they go. Some of that may be in Amazon and Azure, right? So it may not just be our cloud. Maybe we look at their mission critical applications and say these are better to run in a high uptime, high availability cloud infrastructure like what we offer. Right. These other applications where you need more of a global presence, those are phenomenal fits for an Amazon or an Azure, and we'll help architect that map out for them. So typically when you go to the hyperscales, you have to engage another company to help you get there. If not, it's kind of, get online, log in, read, figure out what you're trying to do, and you have to navigate that on your own, quite frankly. So companies can't take on that risk.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Companies really need trusted partners, trusted experts to help them architect these solutions and ensure uptime and availability. Right, because absolutely. If I put a web server in AWS, well, that's great. It's just one web server, and if it goes down, I don't know, I'll email support, I guess. Yeah. But if my mission critical application goes down at Flexential, I know, well, I can call Andrew, and he's going to help me.
Yes, we call it one throat to choke.
Right.
They have our cell phone numbers. So, and this is nothing disparaging against Amazon or Azure, because what they build is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
It's just a different use case.
Yes.
The other thing that we see quite a bit is companies feel that they have to move to the cloud. I have a saying that don't turn a great colocation customer into a mediocre cloud customer. There are some applications that still are better fits to be on those old physical servers. But quite frankly, there's a lot of applications, legacy applications, that companies are rewriting. They're rewriting them to be more cloud friendly because they need to. That's our specialty. Our specialty is getting in there and understanding, the applications. What are those needs? What are the business objectives that you're trying to hit? Is it financial? We can help you understand the financial modeling of these applications in Amazon and how you scale versus these Amazon applications in a Flexential cloud and how those scale. And we arm the IT admins, the IT managers. We arm them with the information they need to go back to their business leaders to help them make an educated decision, as opposed to what I call the grenade, right? You pull the pin and go, we're going all in cloud. So typically we see a lot of business not at the front door of Amazon, at the back door of Amazon, as companies are like, we can't handle the performance issues. And maybe that's because they didn't design it right. We can't handle the financial, it's too expensive. As our application scaled, our costs got out of control. So, our job is to sit, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, we listen, and then we come back with a solution that meets the business outcomes, and that's why companies keep coming back to Flexential.
All right, so if I'm an IT manager and interested in disaster recovery, co-location, maybe I'm going through a VAR, that VAR might work with you to help educate me on the best fit, the best solution.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Well, thanks for your time.
Yeah,
thanks
great.
for educating us today on Flexential.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.